Hello everyone, welcome back to Andrina's Creations. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to customize your own tie box template. These are great for Father's Day. It's right around the corner. I know I'm kind of late with this tutorial, but it's just in time still. So are you guys ready? Now, these are great for any other event, not specifically for Father's Day. So if you have any other events that you can use this box for, like baby showers, weddings, and stuff like that, feel free to do so. All right, guys, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is open up your software. As you guys know, I am a Silhouette user, so I'm gonna open up Silhouette Studio. I have Business Edition, but Basic Edition is free. I'll leave that link down below. Again, you do not need a cutting machine to use this software. So there's Basic, there's Designer, and Business. I went straight to Business Edition because you have all the icons in the software. I'll leave everything down below, and I have a whole playlist talking about Silhouette Studio. First thing you need to do is open up your software, and I have Silhouette Business Edition version 4.4. After you open the software, then you are going to go ahead and purchase your template. Where will you purchase the template? The template is on my website, andrinaskreations.com. Now you're going to purchase the template, and it's the tie box template. After you purchase, then you're going to go ahead to your email that you provided after you download and extract the folder, because you are going to receive a zipped folder. After you unzip the folder, then you're going to go back into Silhouette. Don't do nothing. Do not double click on the file after you extract them. Don't do nothing else. Like I said, after you unzip the folder, you're going to go ahead here back to Silhouette. If you do not know how to unzip the folder, there's tons of videos here on YouTube on how to unzip a folder and save your files. Okay, so after you unzip the folder, you are going to have an SVG and a Silhouette file. Now, if you have Business Edition, you are able to open up SVG files and of course your Silhouette files. If you only have Basic Edition, the free version, you are only allowed to open up Silhouette files. Now, because I do have Business Edition, there's two different ways that you can open the files. You can go to File, you can go to Merge, and then from here you are going to select the file. So like you see here, you're gonna have the SVG and the Silhouette file. I can click on either or, but if you just downloaded them, you can go to your quick access folder down here, and you can also drag it into Silhouette. Okay, so those are two different ways you can open up a file. I'm just gonna click on the Silhouette file and click on OK. All right, once you have the template in here, all you have to do is click on the template, right click, and ungroup it. All right, let's talk about the template really quick, because I know everyone's going to get confused. Why is there so many pieces? As of lately, I do all my templates a layered style, meaning that you're going to layer cardstock on top of cardstock. I just personally like that look. You do not need to design your template like that. But let's talk. This will be the box where you will put the items. So the light pink template, it's the box, the inside of the box. The teal one or the blue one, it's the lid. Okay, so these are the main pieces, light pink and the teal. Don't forget the teal, it's the lid, and the light pink is the actual box. Now the purple one, is the one that's going to go. Now these two layers here are for the lid. So the purple and the light green, it's for the lid. Now here you're going to decide if you even want that layered look. You can even just print your design on the actual lid and not have no layers, or you can just cut this purple layer out of the design and just glue it on top of the lid, or you can just cut this out of metallic or glitter and then put your design on the light green to have everything layered on top of the lid. Like I said, it's totally optional. It's up to you. Now these more darker pink ones are if you want to design the inside of your box, because you don't want to see the tabs where they're glued. I provided you these pieces as well. You do not need to do that. And of course you will use these same pieces if you want to cover the inside of your lid. All right, so that's it. That's all you have from there. Now, how will you design this? Now I am going to do the layered look, and then you're just going to go ahead and get your background images from wherever you want. Create Fabrica, Etsy, Google, and stuff like that. I'm going to customize this specifically for Father's Day, but keep in mind you can design this for any occasion, any theme. For let's say a wedding party, or if you have like a tuxedo party and stuff like that, you can always use these as party favors. before I design, I'm going to leave it, I'm going to actually cut them out this size, but you might want them smaller than these. So all you have to do is, and this goes with any template that you purchase, it could be from me or from anybody else, you're going to select everything. You're going to click your mouse here, select your entire template, and you're going to drag from the corner. And that's how you will resize a template. It doesn't matter if it's from me or anybody else. You cannot extend it like this from the sides or from the top right here. You can't do that because you're going to distort the template and it's not going to be okay. If you by any means do anything that you were not supposed to, the undo button is right here, is the backwards arrow. You're going to click there just to undo. So I'm going to undo, and then we're back to where we started. Okay, like I said, I'm not going to resize it, but you can do a large box, medium box, small box, is totally up to you. Okay, so now I'm gonna go get the image that I'm going to use. I just went to Google and I looked up Cleveland Brown's background, right? So that's all I clicked, Cleveland Brown's background, and then I clicked on images, and then I clicked on the one that I want to use. And make sure that you want to click on it. After you click on it, you're going to right click, copy the image, go back into silhouette, right click, and paste. So now your image is here. Okay, and the way that I'm going to put the image inside of my pieces is I'm going to have my image here. I'm going to actually right click and duplicate it, and I'm going to right click and send it to the back. Now once it's sent to the back, I am going to put it behind these pieces here, and I'm going to make sure that I'm covering everything up. And then I'm going to select my background, drag my mouse to select my light green pieces and my background. Then I'm going to go here to my modify icon and click on crop. Once you see that, then I'm actually going to scale down my design. You don't have to do that. If you cropped it exactly how you wanted it, you don't have to scale it down, but I'm actually going to scale mine down. So I'm going to go to my fill icon on my right. It looks like a pink palette. Then I'm going to click on the third option. I'm going to click on advanced option, and where it says scale, I'm going to scale mine down. And look what happens here when I'm actually scaling down my design. Okay, once I like how it looks, I'm going to unselect everything just by clicking somewhere here on my screen. I'm going to zoom in so you can see more. So I'm going to click on this one, and I'm still on my fill icon. There's a button here that says pan pattern. When you click on pan pattern, you see that a circle pops up, and you're able to click on that circle, and you're actually able to move your design. Okay, now once you let it go, and then I'm going to click on this one, click on pan pattern, and actually bring it down to the center a little bit like that. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Then from there, you're done. Now, if you want to do the same thing for the inside of your box, you're going to repeat the same steps. You are going to just send your background to the back, and you're going to crop, select everything, go to your modify icon and click on crop. Then I'm going to go back to my fill icon, and I'm also going to scale this down. Right. And if you want to be able to type anything, the way that you type is, oh, and you can download free fonts from the font.com. I have a separate tutorial, and you can also download fonts from Creative Fabrica. They usually have freebies. I'm affiliated with Creative Fabrica. If you want to become a member, for the first month, it's only going to be $1, and after that, it's $19 a month, and you can cancel at any time. I highly recommend Creative Fabrica. But okay, how about you type? You're gonna go, oh, and before you download fonts, make sure that Silhouette software is completely closed, and after you download and install the font, then you open up Silhouette again. All right, so I'm gonna click here on my A on my left, A on my right. You can go ahead and select the font of your choice and then start typing. As you can see, I want a straight line. So while, let me exit this out. While it's like this, I'm just going to expand my edit line all the way to the right. And then now it's a line. Then you're going to have to unselect it to get off the edit mode. And if you don't like this font, you can go back to the A on your right and just switch up the font. Okay. All right, now I'm going to click on it, go to my outline color that's under the fill icon, and then click on no color. I'm actually going to fill this in white, and I'm going to go to my offset icon that looks like a double star. I'm going to click on offset. You decide the offset that you would like. I'm going to go down maybe to a 0025. All right, then I'm going to select everything and right click and group it together. Oh, sorry, no. Let me undo because I actually need to just color the offset black. And now select everything, right click and group it together. Remove that outline color. And I'm just gonna put this in the inside of the box. You can also put this in the outside of the box. You can choose whatever to do. Is you're the designer. Remember that. You don't have to copy and paste what everybody else is doing. You're going to design it however you want. All right, now I'm going to select these two and I'm going to center them. All right, so now from here, you are ready to cut and print. If you do not have a cutter, if you don't have a cutting machine at home, you are able to print this and cut this out by hand. So here is your first icon that looks like the page setup. That is called the page setup. It looks like a paper icon. You can set your media size to 8x11 or 12x12. Because the template is big, you have to cut this on a 12x12. But if you only have an 8x11 printer, change your media size to 8x11. And now you're going to have to size your template down to fit on the 8x11. Then all you're going to have to do is put this right here. Make sure I'm not going to put it smaller, but you will put it smaller to fit on the 8x11. You can actually just change the color of this to white and then change the outline color to black so you're able to see it. And let me zoom in. And then you're just going to print this out, and then you're going to cut around with scissors and then fold where your score marks are at. And you're actually able to do this by hand. And you're going to do the same steps with this. And then you're also able to cut these pieces out by hand. All you have to do is put these pieces here and then just send them to your printer, print and cut them out by hand, and you're able to do this box by hand. Now I have a cameo machine. I have the cameo 3 and the cameo 4, so I'm actually going to go ahead and put my paper back to a 12x12, and I'm going to put these pieces here. Let me color this one back to pink, and then I'm gonna go to my send tab. And then I'm going to select my cutter, making sure that this is highlighted and is uncut, on not cut to edge. I'm going to have it uncut. Now the settings that I like to use is blade of 6, force of 26, speed of 6, 2 passes, because I'll be using 100-pound cardstock. That is another personal preference. I like to use thick cardstock because I like my items to be thick. Now my favorite brand of cardstock is Basil, Bazzil, or Cardstock Warehouse or Clear Path. Those are my preferences. But again, you can use 65-pound or 100-pound or 80-pound. I'll be using 100-pound. Then once I'm done cutting this one, I'm going to repeat the same steps, and then I'm going to add the lid part. After I'm done with that, then I'm going to add the pieces that I'm going to cut out of gold. And then I'm going to cut that out using the same settings. Now, when I'm ready to print, I want my machine to cut it for me. I don't want to cut it out by hand. So if you want your machine to cut it for you, you're going to go back to your page setup. You're going to turn on your registration marks. I'm going to go up on my thickness, and I'm actually going to turn on my print bleed. Now you see that my mat is, or my media size is still on 12x12. I need to let the printer and my machine know what size I'm going to be using. So if you're going to be using 8x11 paper, make sure you put it on 8x11. Now I have a wide format printer. I have an EcoTank 16600. I'm going to be printing on 11x17 paper. So I'm gonna have to change my cutting mat to 12x24 because of course an 11x17 paper is not going to fit on a 12x12 mat. So I'm gonna let them know that I'm going to be using a 12x24 mat. mat. And then my media size, which will be my paper, I'm going to change it to 11 by 17. Okay. Why did it put 24? 17. Okay, 11 by 17. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my pieces that I'm going to print on my media size. And my media size might look white, mine might look transparent. So right here, I'm still on the page setup. You might have your transparency all the way up. I like to have mine on 0 because I like just to see the white like it's the white paper. Then you're going to add as many pieces as it fits here to go ahead and send them to print. Now, let's say I was going to print the inside of the lid. When I go ahead and send it to cut, the machine is going to want to cut out also what I typed. So nothing is grouped yet. So I'm going to unselect everything by clicking somewhere here. I'm going to click on my words and click on no cut. I don't want the machine to cut that. I just want the machine to cut out the rectangles and the tie shape. Okay, how do you print? There's a printer icon right here. You're going to click on your printer icon. You're going to click on print. Then here you're going to select the printer that you're going to be using. Again, I have an EcoTank 16600. I'm going to click on preferences. I'm going to print from my paper tray. Document size 11 by 17. I like to print on premium presentation paper matte, quality on standard, and I'm going to click on OK, and then I'm going to print. Once I print, I'm going to load this paper to my mat and send it to cut. Once I cut all my pieces out, we'll be right back. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with the lid part, and I'm just going to fold in each of my score marks, folding them backwards, and that's all you have to do, making sure that you fold it really good so the glue process goes much easier. And I'll be using my own brand of glue, Andrina's Creations crafting glue. Now when it is available, it was gonna be on my website, andrinaskreations.com, if you would like to purchase some. Right now I'm out of stock, but you can use any other glue or your favorite double-sided tape. Now I'm going to start gluing the gold part all around my lid. Alright, and once I'm done gluing all my gold accents, I'm going to start gluing my design on top of the gold. This is what creates the layered look that I was talking about. Again, you don't have to do all this. If you just wanted to print out your design where the gold layer is, you could have done that. But like I said, I've been loving the layered look. So go ahead and glue your layered look, and then after that, we're going to assemble the lid. And I'll be using hot glue to assemble my lid. You don't have to do that. You can use double-sided tape or regular glue to assemble your lid. Now, one thing I can say is that I actually did it backwards. I wanted to actually assemble the lid first, or you could have just glued the tabs on the outside and then glue your part so you will not be able to see the tabs. Because right now, the way I did it, I first put it all the design, and then when I glue it together, you are able to see the tabs in the inside. And if you don't like that, you're gonna have to cover the inside. But again, if you don't want to make the same mistake, or if you don't care, just don't worry about it. But if you didn't want to see the tabs, glue the tabs first in the outside of the box. You see how I'm putting the tabs in the inside? Put the tabs in the outside and then put your design. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, now you're going to repeat the same steps with the actual box. You're going to fold all your score marks backwards. You're going to assemble it. Again, I'm going to be using hot glue, but you can use any other glue. And then I'm going to glue the inside of the box. Again, you don't have to do that. It's just because if you don't want to see those tabs, you're going to cover them up. But if you don't mind and you're just going to be adding shreds and a gift inside that no one's going to actually see the tabs, you don't have to worry about that. Alright guys, here is the final result. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you watched this video till the end, don't forget to comment down below a blue heart. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell to get notified every time I upload new videos. And also you can catch me on live and ask me live questions while I'm live. You can watch me work. If you're not in my Facebook craft group, it's called Andrina's Creations Crafting Lounge. Feel free to join my craft group. You must answer all 3 questions to get approved. There you can post your work and ask as many questions as you would like. If you would like to purchase any other of my templates, you must go to my website andrinaskreations.com. If you would like to purchase anything custom made for me, you must message me on Facebook or Instagram at Andrina's Creations LLC. If you do not have social media, you must email me at andrinaskreations@yahoo.com. Alright guys, I hope everyone's having a blessed day and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye. Hey you, yes you, are you really leaving without liking this video? Come on guys, please like the video. It helps YouTube push up my videos up in the algorithm. Alright guys, bye bye.